Hello and welcome to Meteorology 105. And in addition to the welcome video, I wanted to make another video that goes over the syllabus and then another one that kind of walks you through Canvas and MindTap. So I am going to share my screen, hopefully. And this takes you to what my Canvas homepage looks like. Yours should look very similar. And there is a tab over on the side that says Conc Syllabus, and that is where you find the syllabus eventually. All right. The first part, introduction meteorology, mission statement of the college. This is an online class. There are no meeting times, but then you get down here to the important stuff, which is contact information. I have my email. My office is SMA 113. My classroom is right across the hall, SMA 109. If I am not in one spot, I am in the other. You guys that are area students, Dodge City area students, you can make an appointment to come in and see me face to face. You guys in Arizona, we will use Zoom or FaceTime or something like that if you need to actually talk to me or get help one-on-one. My office hours are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 8:30, and Monday, Wednesday, 11:20 to 2:20. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 to 7:30, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 12:20 to 2:20. Here's the deal. I'm on campus generally well past 2:20. By all means, make an appointment or something. These are not the only times you can come in. These are just, the odds are pretty high you'll catch me during those times, either in my office or my classroom. If you need to schedule something, we will work it out. I will assure you. Text is really actually the quickest way to get a hold of me. I have no problem with that. Email is fine too. Once I go home, I don't always check the email, but I should get back to you within 24 hours. If you call, text, email after 8 p.m., I probably won't get back to you till the next day. I do kind of go to bed early. We also have a general description of the course and the KBOR competencies. This is a transfer course. The thing is, with the KBOR course and for our accreditation, even for online courses, we have to justify the amount of time you're putting in is worth the credit hours you're receiving. Okay. And then we've got program objectives, and then my personal things that I want all my students face to face or online to take when they leave here. Again, it's not about just facts, basic information. It's way of thinking. It's honing your critical thinking skills, your life skills, and learning to see things from different perspectives. Materials, we will be using the Cengage materials. That is free to everyone. There is a link. I will go over that in the next video that goes through Canvas. We'll be using MindTap on a very basic level. Basically, there's some post tests that I call homework quizzes. It's not worth a lot of points. They're 15 multiple choice questions, and it's only worth 5% of your grade. It is really just a good way to refresh and get that basic information, but the labs, projects, and discussions are going to require you to apply that basic information. Here is how I break down. I weight grade. So your MindTap stuff's worth 5% of your grade. Labs and projects are 55. Exams are 25. And discussions are 15%. And I use a 90, 80, 70, 60 grading scale because that is what the college uses. I give you some descriptions. The discussion questions, there is a rubric here. With the first couple discussion questions, the rubric is attached to the discussion. The rubric never changes. The point values never change for our discussions. So that is the rubric we'll be using. I did not attach them to all 30 discussions because that's a little redundant. Okay. Things to note on the discussion: your initial post has to be posted by the due date or you will lose credit. It's worth 3 points, and then you need to respond to at least 2 other students' posts. Good job. I agree. That's not a response. I will say so. You won't get credit for that. The first post needs to be before the due date. The due date is Fridays before the modules, the rest of the work in the modules due. The responses can be after that, but they should be in a timely manner within a couple days. I generally update discussion grades the week after they're due. So if they're due one Friday, I generally update them the following Thursday or Friday. The purpose of a discussion is to have a discussion. So if you wait for 10 weeks and start doing your discussions, I'm not going to give you any credit. That kind of defeats the purpose of a discussion. The MindTap homework quiz, it is called a post test in MindTap. I can't change what that's worded. There is a link in the modules, or you can go through MindTap, get to it. Either way, it is the same quiz. It's 15 multiple choice questions or 15 minutes. There's a lot of other stuff in MindTap. If you need review or you're reading the text, not understanding some things, that is a good process to go through. It does make you take breaks on some of it. That's part of the reason I don't require any of it for a grade. But the quiz, the little 15 question post test, that is the only thing that will be graded in MindTap. There are tests, they are 40 multiple choice questions. They're a lot like the MindTap homework quiz, except more of them. Again, basic level 1 information. You'll have 45 minutes to complete each test. They're open book. You can take them anytime. That's fine. But again, that's information you need to understand. And so you can apply it to do the labs and projects. The labs and projects, 55% of your grade. They're set up in each module. If there is math, and for about the first 6-8 weeks, there is math. If there is math, you got to show all your work on the calculations. If you don't show your work and you just write down the correct answer, I am not going to give you any credit. You have to show or explain your work. You can either download the labs, you can do them electronically, and again, show or explain your work. I know it's not easy to show electronically in a Word document or a PDF. You can show your work that way and resubmit it, or if you wanted to print the labs and projects, work them out by hand on paper, scan them or take photos and upload those, that is perfectly acceptable as well. If you're not sure on something, just reach out to me. I'm pretty flexible on how you do that. Course policies: cheating won't be tolerated. Please read the academic integrity policy in the handbook. This is your warning. I'm not going to warn you. If you cheat on assignment, you will get a 0. If it happens more than once, I'm just going to turn you over to student affairs and recommend that you be withdrawn from the course or fail the course. If you're a student athlete, you can lose your scholarships. This is something that goes on your permanent record, so please don't do it. Cheating includes using somebody else's resources. This includes using Quizlets, MindTap resources, things like that, stuff you find on the internet to complete tests. Cheating, it falls in that falls into all of those categories. That is academic dishonesty. If you're Googling things and pulling up Quizlets to the test, that's fine. It may get you the right answer. If you're caught cheating, and there are hard ways to prove that, by the way, you again will not receive any credit. Late work, all assignments set up and open, you're free to work ahead. Okay, the discussions you do have to keep up on in a timely manner. You can post your discussion early, but you still need to respond to everybody else's. But you need to look through and plan. I highly encourage you not to start the labs the day they're due. Some of them pretty easy. Some of them are not as easy. If your discussion posts more than a week late, I'm not going to give you any credit. I've already kind of and that if you struggle with the lab, you turn it in late, you will lose a little credit. If it's more than 2 weeks late, I'm not going to give you any credit. Here we have part of the academic dishonesty policy. Please look at the handbook and consider your actions carefully. ConcMail's official email. When I email you as a class, I will use your ConcMail. I will email through Canvas. Attendance, participation, you need to log so many hours. It keeps track in that. It keeps track how many hours you spend in Canvas, how many hours you spend in MindTap, taking tests, quizzes, etc. And withdraw and complete, ADA. These are all campus policies. Okay. Here is a course outline. Okay. The course outline, everything is due on Mondays. I know that seems weird. Generally it's Sunday at midnight, but in the past I had students ask that work on weekends to ask if they could have a little extra time. So I went ahead and pushed it back to Monday nights. I know a lot of people, especially if you work full time, you are going to do this on the weekend. So this kind of basically we're going to do a module / chapter a week. And then the discussion posts are due the Friday before that. For individual assignments, please look at your modules in Canvas. We will finish up the last module on May 9th. And then your final project and your research paper, you'll have 2 things to submit for your final, and that is due the Monday of finals week. So you should have a little extra time to focus on that. And then we have the outcomes by module. These are specific to each chapter, and these are also listed in the overview. I hope this helps. Again, if you have any questions on the syllabus, please feel free to reach out.